Ooh yeah, what you gonna do, brother? Good grief, you are a chuffing gaming nerd. Hello YouTube, my name is Simon Miller, and if you've never been to my channel before, but maybe the title of this particular video has caught your interest, this is the Empowering, a weekly series where usually we take something to do with games and we rant and we rave about it, and you get mad at me, and well, I don't get mad at you because I don't know you at the moment. I don't know what your opinion is. So if I made a video and got mad at you without knowing what your opinion was, that would be crazy, and we're not going to do that. It's a bit different this week because with the Empowering, what I like to do is I sit there, I come up with an idea, or I see what's going on in the gaming world, and I write myself a little script going, oh, that would be funny, or that would be informative, oh, that's deep, Miller, that's deep, that's good stuff. This time, there's no script. It's just me speaking from the heart because I believe this to be a very important matter, and by and large, it's things that people forget very quickly. Now, over the weekend, you may have seen that Mr. YouTube himself, Pewdiepie, was on a stream playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which is bad in itself, because that game sucks. I mean, that game is terrible. That game's a mod. A mod. People they took somebody else's game and they pasted their own game on top of it, and we as gamers go, yeah, sure. That's like me taking, I don't know, the Godfather movie, but every time you see Marlon Brando, it's me instead. People go, oh, this is a great film, Miller. It's not my movie. Now, if you would like a more jovial and tongue-in-cheek approach at this, you can watch my video I did on Monday that was entitled Pewdiepie and the State of YouTube, and you can see a couple of characters that I made up ripping into him. And I stand by what they said, however, I deem it to be such a big issue, I wanted to make another video and be super serious, and I want to start with this point. When I do make videos like this that do focus on people that have big followings, a lot of the comments always say, whoa Miller, whoa, what if that person's fan club or fan base or whatever finds out? Good. I hope they do, and in fact, if you like this video and it speaks to you, I would implore you to go and share it on Twitter or Facebook or Reddit or any form of social media, or just tweet it straight at Pewdiepie and his bunch of fans, because it's not that I don't care, but I don't care. I don't care. I stand by all of this, and if it's going to wind them up, that just goes to show how immature and stupid they are to begin with. But yes, when he was playing this mod of DayZ, a crap game with another crap game on top, he used a word that I'm not even going to paraphrase in any form or any sense now, because it's just not something you do. It's not cool. Now, I'm the biggest fan of offensive humor in the world. I think South Park is hilarious, and it genuinely cracks me up. But as a dude talking to you on YouTube, that particular word isn't in my vernacular. It's not in my vocabulary. It is not in my lexicon. Therefore, when I'm talking to you, I'm not going to use it. May sometimes I go f***? Absolutely. Because in my day-to-day life, I will say f***. So sometimes it will just eke out on camera, but I can bleep it, just like I did with those last two things there. Obviously, when Pewdiepie dropped this particular word, he was on a live stream, so it's not something he's going to go back and edit. However, why on earth is he saying that word anyway? Now, it'd be one thing if it was a quote, or he was talking to somebody in the privacy of his own home. I mean, that's still bad depending on the context, but just letting it drop as if it's an insult when you got shot in a video game, there is no excuse. None. And what's worse is the excuse that people on the internet have come up with is, well, when you're streaming, it's really hard, especially when you're streaming a shooty game and you get shot and you're frustrated. Sometimes words come out. No, they don't. No, they don't. Absolutely no, they don't. Unless you say that word in your everyday life, that word doesn't just pop out. And if it is just popping out, you need to go look in the mirror and reevaluate your entire approach to life. Because that word does have context, which brings us to point number 2, where people say, yeah, but the word only has the context if we give it the context. Just a word. It's just a word. It's not a word. It's not a word. And the fact is, I am a white guy, right? I'm a white guy, so I really shouldn't have an opinion on it, because I don't have thousands of years of persecution where that word was involved. Now, I can understand it to a certain point, because I'm Jewish, and I love being a Jew, so there are parallels that run alongside each other. You can kind of understand it to a certain point, but specifically, or to the point, I can never understand it because of everything we've just said. But what really annoys me is that everybody does come out and defend this, and also, it happened over the weekend, and here we are on Wednesday, and it's already died down. I understand that's why it happens, because it's the internet, and a new news story will come up, and that will push everything down, but that doesn't forgive the state of YouTube and the fact there are a lot of famous and successful people out there saying words, not just that, but other ones as well, or doing things they shouldn't be doing, and completely neglecting the fact they have a fan base often of millions, and a lot of those people are going to be little kids. And if you know that's the case, If you know that's the case and you don't have any decency within you, or any self-respect, or any foresight to go, maybe I should just be a little bit of a role model here, and yeah, no one put that on you, but if you have the responsibility and the maturity to understand that, then you should put it on yourself. Maybe you shouldn't be, I don't want to say brainwashing these kids, because that's not what you're doing, but you are influencing them. You're influencing them, and maybe they'll go out and use this word too, and let me tell you this, that is bad, because when you're a kid, you don't understand the context about stuff and someone explains it to you, and if damn Pewdiepie says it, no kid, unless they're well smart, and if they're well smart they probably know anyway, is going to go out there and go, oh, I better research this because there's ice cream and sweets and playgrounds and video games, and that's what they'd rather spend their time doing. I told you this wasn't scripted, just one big rant from an angry bald man. But this happens all the time, because where were we a few months ago, or whenever it was? Pewdiepie once again thought it would be hilarious to go on Fiverr.com and get a couple of dudes who probably couldn't even read English to hold a sign that said death to all Jews. Now, I'll be honest with you. At first, I wasn't that offended. I'm a Jewish man, I could kind of see, or at the time at least, I thought I could kind of see the joke he was trying to pull or the social statement he was trying to make. I was like, okay, whatever, I understand the argument here, but I'm not going to get involved, and personally, I'm happy to just let it go. But the issue got worse and started to irk me when PewDiePie's response was to start defending himself and make videos where he rammed it into the ground. He even made a video that was something to do with Sniper Elite 4 or one of those sniper games where he said, oh look, I'm going to kill Hitler. I think his point was, I'm clearly not against Jews because here I am trying to kill Hitler. That is just bad. It is so bad, and he did it again this time because less than 24 hours after he dropped this word, he had a video up on his channel that was called Here's a Load of Stream Fails or something like that, and it was him obnoxiously laughing to other people that have failed doing streams, as if to say, hey man, I just made a little mistake, as opposed to coming in front of a camera like I'm doing with you now and saying, look, I made a massive mistake, that should never have happened, and he should just apologise for 10 minutes. That's the algorithm everyone loves on YouTube, 10 minutes. That's when more people watch your video and you get more adverts. He should have just apologised, and even then, it probably wouldn't have been enough to begin with, because you don't do that shit. Now we are focusing on PewDiePie here, and maybe that is a little bit unfair, but he's number one. And when you are number one and you make a mistake, it means you fall harder than anyone that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But let's not pretend otherwise. In that top 9 or wherever else over YouTube are loads of people doing this same stuff, and it is a genuine issue. YouTube is a free video platform. It's free, meaning as long as you've got a computer or a phone, which most people in the world do, you can access it, and I don't care if it requires no effort on your part. You should still understand that, and you should still sculpt your content and think maybe, just maybe, if a kid, look at your analytics. Your analytics say your major demographic is 12 to 16-year-olds or 8 to 16-year-olds. Maybe you should tailor your content a bit. Just try and be a bit responsible. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you a sellout. You're not like, oh man, I'm such a cool creative guy, I'm just gonna do what you want. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. That's not how the world works. Wouldn't it be great if it was? But it's not. That's why we have age ratings. If you're one of these people that goes out there going, death to all age ratings, you're a buffoon. Simply put, the point is this. If you are going to go on YouTube and you are going to have a following, you should, as I've now said about 10,000 times, think about that following before you say or do anything. It doesn't mean you can't be funny, doesn't mean you can't be controversial, doesn't mean you can't poke the bear a little bit. That's fine, but if you do get to a certain level and you're making a load of cash and people are telling you how great you are and you're going on talk shows and having a great time, something comes along with it. Maybe sometimes it's all right to take a step back and go, you know what, I'm privileged to be doing this. I'm a talented person, but I'm also lucky that I've become as successful as I am. Humility costs nothing, and humility is not a bad thing. So I get it, yeah, I'm just some nobody on YouTube ranting and raving, and who gives a crap what I think? Well, that's not the point here. The point here is that I give a crap what I think, because I'm me, and if I didn't give a crap what I think, then, you know, good grief, how would I get through a day? You gotta have some fight. Gotta have some belief in what you're doing. But anyway, I felt the need to say this. And I get it, I'm an old man on YouTube and I don't get it. I'm not down with the kids and I've lost my hair and I'm a giant asshole. I am all those things. But I still know right from wrong, and I still know what I'd like YouTube to be. It's still very early YouTube. It's this brand new thing. And people are growing up with it and just thinking it's always been there. I find it amazing that kids have phones because, again, I'm an elderly person. When I was a kid, we didn't have phones. But please, for the love of everything, have some intelligence. That's all I'm asking you to do. Have some intelligence, maybe approach the world a little more positively, and you'll get a positive response back, instead of doing terrible, terrible things that are undoubtedly negative and then getting the negative back. And that's all I've got to say about that. Not sure how long that video ran. Probably about 10 minutes of me just ranting. I may just leave it as a big rant as well. But either way, that's what I think. And if I can make one person realize that, then maybe I've done a little bit of good today. And that'll make me happy and make me sleep well at night. Maybe I'll have a secret little donut to say well done, but I won't, because donuts are empty calories. And if you do like any of my content, please do support me at patreon.com/SimonMiller316. Maybe there's some hypocritical thing in there, given what I just said, I don't know, but hey, look man, you got to pay the bills. If I want to make it on YouTube, that's what you got to do. That's the truth of it. See, look, I'm an honest Jim or Simon. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. And even if you disagree, let me know. I'll rail with you.